Yeah, just bring whatever you want. I don't really care. I like to play in a way where I'm not too reliant on trade caravans. I like to build my own armor, build my own food. Apparently we have no drinks, so I'm doing a fantastic job with that. Um, I expected to be able to trade for my drinks right now, but let's gather some more plants. Let's gather them from this whole area here. And unfortunately it's winter. Shoot. Shoot, shoot! Our dwarves might get very unhappy this winter, because I really was expecting this trade thing to work out. Has someone built that trade depot yet? Not quite. Yes, yes, trade agreement. Yeah. He's going to tell me now what they want me to make, which you can pretty much ignore if you want. Just make whatever you want and export items. You'll have plenty of bartering power. But here's what they do want. They want me to make crutches, apparently. They would love me to make thread. They would love for these items, and they're willing to pay 196%, that's a percent sign, trust me, more than normal for these items. 179% for tanned hides. So again, they're paying a premium for certain items, but whatever. You know, they're still paying 100% for everything else, so just make whatever you want. If you have certain items in abundance, use them. Great, so, yep, go away. Let me trade. I want to trade. Oh, poor guy. This guy actually, now he's going through and he's actually removing every single item from the trade depot. He's cleaning the area out so he can build the trade depot. So I think I'm going to run into the exact same problem I had with this one, where there are no items. And I have a feeling that when they leave, they're going to leave all this food on the ground. So that's kind of strange. But, so our lava room is filling up pretty nicely. Once that gets to at least 3 or 4, level 3 or 4 lava, we can then channel holes into the ground and then use them as access points for some magma forges. Apparently we're doing okay on food. Don't have anything to drink. Very sad. And I don't think my broker actually got any skill either. Yeah, he didn't. I wasn't able to even get him any skill, so we still don't know how much our items are worth. What a weird bug. Hopefully we just get all these items. That'd be nice. It's kind of cheaty. Yeah, so now he's building that second trade depot. There are no items here. They got all moved off. We'll see. If they just leave and they leave all these items on the ground, then we'll just take them. In fact, what if we just do this? Let's do DBC. Let's reclaim them. See if that makes them mine. No, doesn't look like it. Still gonna need to wait. There's a barrel here. Looks like these traps have been built. Okay, so the merchants have left. And are these items still not ours? We have lots of eggs. Let's check and see. Hopefully these eggs are actually in the nest boxes. But now that we have a bookkeeper, I can now go through and I can look at the actual items. I can see we have 33 turkey hen eggs. I can press tab to expand it, and then I can go look at the individual stacks of them. So let's go select this one here, press Z to zoom to it, and I can see that these eggs are there. So apparently they've gathered the eggs, and this must be from the very first season. They have gathered all of these eggs into this barrel, which means that they cannot hatch. Didn't I disable egg gathering? Must not have. So disable egg gathering. Do not gather eggs. Oh, you know what? I must have made a mistake earlier. I did disable cooking with, I disabled cooking of eggs here, but I did not disable the gathering of eggs. So even though they're not allowed to cook them, they're just putting them all in the barrels and doing nothing with them. So let's do this. I'm going to temporarily say that yes, you may cook all of these eggs, because they can't hatch now. So cook them all up, and hopefully I remember soon to undo that so that some can actually hatch, because I want chickens. I want more birds. I need some skulls and bones and meat and hides and all that stuff. And I need to make a couple bags so that we can get rid of these seeds. In fact, let's do that. Let's build a workshop. Let's build a, what do we want? A leatherworks. E. It can go anywhere. I don't really care. Okay, bye-bye, merchants. That was fun. Can we take your stuff? You're just leaving it on the ground. Does that mean you don't want it? And look at that. They destroyed both of the other trade depots. How did that happen? I'm very confused by that. I'm wondering, there's a couple thoughts that come to mind. Either there's something in their inventory that's like just destroying things, or maybe somehow is this water poison? Is the water killing it because it was just raining? But I don't know. I'm thinking that when they actually leave the map, which, where are they right now? Okay, they are off the map. So is that stuff ours now? It looks like the answer is what is something that I would not have made myself? Weapons? Yeah, it says weapons 19. Yeah, all that stuff is ours. Armor. Let's see. Where is this forbidden welded wolfram breastplate? It's right there. So apparently Medtab is friendly, and for some reason doesn't want to leave the map. That is so weird. Alright, well, let's just play anyway. Does that mean that we have extra drinks? Let's do this. I need to go to the screen here, and let's bump up the prepared meal number, because we've got eggs that I want to cook. Let's change the range. Let's just make them until we can't. I mean, just make them all. Make 1,000 of them. I don't care. Just keep cooking. Get to work, cook. By now, I imagine the 2 extra floors. Yep, those are totally built out. They were probably built out a while ago. But let's pull up Quick Fort, and let's pull up the query for the bedrooms. Press Q, center in the room. Make those all bedrooms. Make those all bedrooms. And hide it again. Good job, Quick Fort. Just made my life easy. I suppose I can get back to digging. And that whole room is now flooded with lava. For the most part. So let's go ahead and, ooh, Goblin Man is fighting. Apparently a Goblin Man showed up right next to this guy, and he just massacred him. Let's read that real quick. So the Goblin Man misses the Pike Dwarf. The Pike Dwarf counter-strikes. Dodges and strikes the Goblin Man in the right shin with his left hand, bruising the muscle. The Pike Dwarf impales the Goblin Man in the left thigh with the full force of his deep bronze pike. Awesome. Pike Dwarf impales the Goblin Man in the chest with the full force of his deep bronze pike. So he's just stabbing him in the chest. That's awesome. Then he makes a reverse cut and stabs the Goblin Man in the torso, tearing the muscle and tearing the gut. Ugh. He lodged the pike firmly in the wound, twists the embedded pike around in his torso. So this Goblin Man is like puking and vomiting, and there's this big pike stuck in his gut. The Pike Dwarf stabs him in the chest. Artery has been opened. A tendon in the sternum has been torn. Pike Dwarf furiously stabs... This is a badass Pike Dwarf. Furiously stabs him in the left thigh now, with the sharp tip of his deep bronze pike. So he must have pulled it out, or... No, it looks like it says he twists the embedded deep bronze pike. I don't know how he managed to stab him in the thigh with it when it's embedded in his chest, but whatever. Springs away and simultaneously slashes the Goblin Man in the head, tearing the muscle and tearing the brain. So I'm thinking that Goblin Man's pretty good and dead. He got him pretty quick. But, right, I wanted to see if I had any anvils. Did I bring any? I don't remember now. A stands for anvil. Apparently we have 10 because of our very, very generous merchants. So let's go ahead and channel out a few spots in the ground here. So, let's see. This is where the magma begins. So let's dig out that. I want to try to make the best use of this area as possible. In fact, let's go one more beyond it. Like that. And I'd rather they dig up there right now than down here, so don't dig down there, dig up top, please. And let's see who's idle. Probably people who should be hauling. You guys have no jobs. Everyone can haul. And I'm going to DBC and reclaim all that stone that we dumped from the lava floor right there. Now, unfortunately, they are going to give me a lot of cancellation spam because they're finding that this stone is hot because they're digging and there's lava beneath it. I probably should have dug this room out before flooding the magma room. But it's okay. I can still go through it and do it. So it's winter, and our little pond here has frozen over. It's pure ice. All of these items are technically ours, so let's do this. We've got 12 dwarves, 6 of them are doing nothing. Let's just go ahead and create another big generic stockpile. And let's not put animals there, but let's put furniture. So furniture, not stone. Ammo, coins, yeah, bars and blocks, except for not block. No blocks of stone. No, there's probably blocks of stone in the wagons. Okay, bring those two, bring those, bring that. Leather cloth, wood, traps, yeah, bring all that. Just bring everything except for stone, refuse, corpses, and food in. Now hopefully they'll go and they'll just gather up all that stuff that the merchants just kind of left on the ground. And the game's taken a slight dip in frames per second. I think that's just because of all the cancellation spam on the hot stone. Temperature calculations are they can really cause problems with your game. And every time they're exposing more of this lava, it's calculating how that lava is affecting the temperature of the stones in the nearby area. So it's affecting my game slightly, but as soon as I've dug them all out, there's an add-on on DF Hack that you'll notice at the very beginning when you boot up. It's called Fast Heat, I think. No, yeah, Fast Heat and Stable Temp. And what that does is it prevents it from constantly recalculating heat when it doesn't really need to. So these, once I dig them and they're exposed, I'm not going to keep getting lower frames and cancellation spam and all that stuff. Apparently one of our turkey gobblers grew up or something. We had too many of them, and so it was automatically marked for butchering and slaughter. Someone dragged it outside to our butcher's shop, and someone's going to now tan that skin. Which reminds me, I built a leather works for a reason. I want to make a couple of leather bags. Just so we can bag up those seeds. Yeah, that's pretty low. Down 30 frames a second. 80% of normal speed. And also this is causing it to take a little bit of a frames per second calculation issue. It's constantly balancing like the changing flow of the lava. Now the volcano itself is very stable, and at the very top of the volcano we're going to see those same fluctuations right up there because I've drained some of the lava from the volcano to fill that room. Now these lava tiles here are source blocks, which means that they spawn lava. It can't go up, so it's not going to overflow and it's never going to erupt. But eventually this top area up here is going to um, stabilize and refill, and my lava room over here will hit 7777 across the whole room, and all these calculations will stop as well. So it's a temporary frames hit, but I wanted a lava room. And let's dig out again the rest of this. Does look like they're bringing all that stuff inside. That was very generous of the merchants, I think, to just come and dump all their crap on the ground and give it to us. Guess we don't need to worry about trading. Just, we'll just take it. However, we still have no drinks, so that part is not good. Do we have any plants that we can brew? Most of our dwarves are slipping back down into this range here, probably because of the lack of alcohol. Alright, so let's at least start our first magma type workshop. So I'm going to go to workshops, and I want to make a magma forge. And you'll notice, based on the coloration of this 3x3 area, the light green is areas that will be passable after building it. The dark green is an area that cannot be passable. So I'm going to actually put it in the top leftmost corner here. Say like right here would be fine. And I'm going to channel out this tile right here. And so that's going to basically create a hole in the ground. Channeling digs through the layer and opens it up. Directly beneath this tile is lava. The lava is not going to come out. It's not going to escape. You can see it's almost all 7s now. But once that's dug out, I can build that forge over top of it, and that is what powers a magma forge. The magma has to be directly beneath it on at least one of the tiles, and it has to be at least 4/7 depth, I think. Maybe 3/7, I can't remember. But that's good. And so then we'll start making some stuff. We also need to, let's do this, we'll dig out 2 of them. So we'll dig out that one, and let's also build a furnace, which is, what is V? No. E? Yeah. We also need to build a furnace. Let's build a magma smelter. See what that one's look like. So it's got a slightly different shape. I remember we were building the magma forge here, so let's build the furnace, say there, will be fine. So notice the dark green X's are here, so I'm going to channel out this tile. Right there. And so now there's the lava. Now, I did just lose a block of gneiss, apparently. It just dropped through, and you can see the lava is showing through. If you click on it, you can see it's open space, but if you go one level down is where the actual 7/7 lava is. So now, let's go ahead and build those out. Let's build a workshop, and we want the magma forge. That one can go right here. We need to use an anvil to do that, so we'll do that. And let's go back and we'll build a furnace, and let's build a magma smelter. We'll build that one right there. More warm stone spam. And accidentally, apparently we're going through warp stone, so hopefully these guys don't die like the last guy did. I'm guessing there was some unstable warp stone. I did research it just a little bit, and depending on the level of warp stone, it's more or less dangerous. Weak warp stone's very weak. He must have hit some unstable warp zone, and it killed him. So that's bad. Now, I've got all this hematite over here, which is iron ore, and I'm actually going to want to move it, so I'm going to create a new stone stockpile, and let's put that hematite over here now, right next to the forges. We'll select it, and again, there's a couple ways we could do it. I could just say metal ores hematite, like that, and then they're going to drag the hematite there, bump it up to 3 wheelbarrows. But since this is already in a stockpile that can accept it, they're not going to move this hematite. It's going to stay there. So I could do 2 things. One is I could remove this stockpile altogether, or I could say that this stockpile does not hold hematite anymore, or I can use this give or take command. I can say give, move this cursor over here, and put it there. So it's going to If it has items that that stockpile can accept, it will give them to it. So they will create a job to move this from there to there. The problem is that if I do it like that, that you can end up with issues where, dwarves will be down in the mining area, drag it up here, put it there because it's closer to the main stairwell, and then someone else has to drag it from there to there. I am just going to remove this stockpile because it's just not really where I want it. So we'll go with PX, remove designation. That stockpile is now gone. So now this is just hematite on the ground, and it needs to get moved over there. And unfortunately, this poor guy has to drag like 1,000 stones because I built that workshop right on the dump pile. Poor guy. He's got to move every single stone. I'm sorry. Don't get too tired. Don't cry. It'll be all right. All right, well, with that, I do think, look at that, he's actually getting hungry. That's a lot of work. I'd be tired too. Those things are heavy. And we're waiting for an architect, so let's get a new architect. We only have 2 of them assigned to it, apparently. But, yeah, I've been going for a little while now, so I think I'm going to wrap this up. And later on this evening, I plan on playing for quite a bit, so more episodes will be up soon. Hope you found this helpful. And if you do like the information, do subscribe, come back for more, and I look forward to seeing some comments down below so we can talk about Dwarf Fortress. So thanks so much for watching. See you again soon.